And I will post this wrap up whenever we finish. I will post this video into the Pruvit Freedom Hackers group, which is public. So if you want to share that, you can do that wherever you want. You can send it to people in messages. This will be available to you. So just to introduce myself, let me turn off my Beyonce. So my name is Heather Hooker. I am so excited for this. This is our first team call. I still think of us as like this little baby team because it's been a little over 4 months now that I made the decision to partner with this amazing company. And from that decision, this team has just grown. Last month, we did over 50,000 in volume as a team, which was crazy amazing. So everything has just been moving really fast. But I'm excited to do this, just our team. Let me share my screen real quick. All right. All right, so let me do this. Whoops. All right. Okay, so let's talk about Pruvit. This is our new promoter call. Can you guys make sure that you are muted, please? I hear a little bit of background noise. Just go ahead and mute yourself and we'll unmute as we get to the next speaker. I'm just going to speak for a couple minutes. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Pruvit. And our tagline is experience better. That's really like the core of what we do. Growing this business revolves around one thing, and that is we help other people. We help other people reach their health and wellness goals, and we also help other people build crazy, awesome businesses. The way that you build this business and share this business is to focus on your own health and wellness goals, to focus on your own business, and then you lead by example and you help other people. So when you learn a tip that works for you, you share it. When you try a recipe that tastes awesome, that fits into your macros, gives you energy all day, you share it. So this business is all about helping other people. So who we are a community of provers. Our mission is make people better. They are headquartered in Texas and Kentucky, and it was launched in September 2015 with the Keto OS ketone operating system. Hold on just a second. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. Okay. So it's been just over 2 years. We're just past that 2-year mark. If you know anything about new business startups, the 2-year mark is kind of the benchmark. So if a business that is a business like ours can make it past that 2-year mark and show that they've got a market, that they've got products that are selling, that they've got people who want their products, keep growing. That is a very good sign of the longevity of a business. If you join a business, the first day that it opens, you don't have so much stability. But we are past that point, but we're still early enough that I still consider this ground floor. You're still gonna be the first person on your Facebook feed. This is not oversaturated. We are just getting started. But we've already sold over 3.5 million experiences. So we don't want to sell products. We want people to be inspired by our products, participate in our community, and be an inspiration to others. All right, so this is our flagship products. It's a new conversation, the first exogenous ketone supplement on the market. We are leading this conversation in ketone supplementation. If you notice, if you look in the news, there's a new article every single day coming out about somebody who's using the keto diet. The keto diet has been in the news a lot lately. The keto diet isn't new, But what's happening is people are realizing how beneficial it can be for so many people who have tried a bunch of other things that did not work or cause them to lose the weight and then gain it all back. The keto diet is completely different, and it has so many more benefits that it's really turning mainstream now. The exogenous ketone supplement was inspired by government-funded research through the Department of Defense, the Office of the Navy, and it acts like a fourth macronutrient that delivers superhuman performance fuel to optimize better health, fitness, and wellness. So this is some third-party validation. You can search ketones. You can search the ketogenic diet, how the ketones help your brain, how they, glucose is feeding the cancer cells. That's something that they're finding. Ketones are the opposite of that, where, it's been really beneficial for patients who are on chemotherapy to help them feel better. It's in TED Talks. I mean, it's all over in the news. If you go to any bookstore, I promise you, there's an entire keto section now. And a year ago, it didn't exist. So this is a brand new kind of thing that's hitting, that's being talked about a lot. All right. So who is it for? So it's fat loss versus weight loss. You might not necessarily see a difference on the scale, but it taps into your fat versus weight. It helps give you fast and sustained energy, mental focus and clarity, strength and endurance, decreased inflammation, better recovery post-workout, muscle preservation, appetite control, better biomarkers, and everybody wants better. All right, so I'm going to pass the baton to Tiffany Blackburn. She is going to talk about how to share your new business. Tiffany partnered with me just a couple months ago. She is a mom of 3. She is amazing, and she is going to, let's see, where is she?
Do you see me?
Yes.
Am I here?
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I've been with Heather for about 3 months now. I think exactly almost. And like you said, I have 3 kids. I have twin 6-year-olds and a 4-year-old. And I am with a purple status with Unique. So I had a lot on my plate. And I got the 10 pack from her and fell in love, of course. And I just was sharing my kind of results and how much I love this diet. I'd searched for everything, my entire life for something like this. And all these people started reaching out to me. So I was like, well, shoot, I want to do this. So, fast forward, I'm just going to kind of tell you exactly, because a lot of people say, I can't do what you do. I'm not a salesperson. I don't consider myself that. All I do literally is share. That is all I do. How I have grown so much is sharing my before after pictures and just literally sharing just how it's working for me. You don't have to go into the science of it all the time. I'm literally just, people see your before, your afters, you can talk about the energy and just the, how great they're making you feel. Happy you are. Can you hear me? Am I there?
You are. I'm trying to see who is unmuted.
Okay. Sorry. Can we keep on going? Okay. So that's literally when people think about, I can't do this because I'm not a salesperson, you don't have to be. If you have a camera, if you can, talk to people, that's all you have to do. If you're scared, the lives and things like that, that really helps out. But if you're, kind of scared starting out, all you've got to do is, I started out a private Facebook group. And just people, everyone was adding in there, and we were all sharing our results. We were doing it together, and it's just blown up. I share what I eat. People love it. And I go, it's my favorite thing too, to go to the grocery store and just find all these keto friendly foods that, aren't the norm and things you wouldn't think about. And then I literally sit there and eat them on camera, and people love it. That is because it's fun and it's easy to share that. And they want to know those things. They want to know the ins and the outs and the easy things and what good stuff you can eat. So do you have to be a salesperson to eat? No, you don't. And that's the fun part about it. And I think just, once again, sharing my passion, it's something that when you do this, you just fall in love with it. Because for one thing, the ketones make you feel so good, but it's just sharing your passion every day. I don't get on there, I'm like, buy this, get this, do that. I just share how I feel and how it's working for others. And through that, people see, people will believe you, and they'll see your passion through what we're doing. And if you have another job, if you're with another an MLM company, you can still do this. I'm still doing both. This is something that you can do, take an hour a day if you need to, and just have your little group and share your results with them, share what you're eating with them, answer their questions, help them with their macros. That's all I'm doing. I'm trying to support and help them out and answer questions when when they have them. I'm not selling. I'm literally just sharing. So when people come to you, or if you're watching this and you're thinking, I just don't think I can do this because I'm not a salesperson, you don't have to be. If you can talk to somebody, you can do this. If you are having results with the ketones and the keto, you should be doing this, because not only are you helping somebody else, you're going to be putting money in your pocket. And like she said, this is a ground floor opportunity, y'all. This is going to take off. I'm so excited. It's the best, honest to God, best decision I've ever made. I'm excited to work every single day. I get messages and texts from people every single day of how much they love the ketones and how much they love, and even my girls on my team. It makes me happier than anything when I hear them, look how much money I made this month, and all they're doing is sharing. They're sharing their pictures. They're showing their stomachs, and they're showing their non-existent chins anymore and things like that. And that's it. That is literally it. And like I always say, we'll walk you through every step, but all you've got to do is be able to talk to people, and you can do this business. And that's literally, I think that's what it comes down to.
I love it. And I just want to point out again that Tiffany is going to earn her car bonus this month. And this is going to be her third month. And she uses her personal Facebook page and a Facebook group that she set up after she joined us. So that is literally how she built her business. She shares on her page that you already have. Everybody already has a personal Facebook page, and then set up one group. And most of the time we Jody's going to talk about this, but we all have groups and we kind of copy each other what we post. So I love it. Thank you for sharing. All right, I'm going to go back to share my screen again, and we're going to share some team success stories. This is pretty cool, because one of the reasons why I personally like to be involved in the health and wellness industry is because that is something that I've struggled with my whole entire life, and making it my job gives me that extra little incentive to get my butt up off the couch and do something. So there is an extra accountability layer that's built in when you join. I don't think our team is full of people who, want to be bikini models. And I don't think our team is full of people who love eating carrots and celery. I think our team is full of people who are just real people who want to feel good and, want to just live their best life. So let's check these out. Oh, okay. So that's Jessica's 1 month results. Brooke. This is Trisha postpartum. Kristen's before and after. It's crazy. That's my 10-day before and after. Michelle. Okay. So now we're going to switch gears. We're going to talk to Trisha Purcell, who honestly inspires me every day. She is a full-time working mom of 3 with a brand new baby who is adorable. And I just want her to, hold on. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, you can, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. All right, Trisha, share a little bit about how you got started.
Okay.
How you're making this work.
It's crazy. I was just telling Heather, I'm like, our daughter was a raging lunatic tonight. So, my name's Trisha Purcell. I'm a working mom of 3. I'm a high school business teacher. And then our 3 little ones, 7, 4, and 7 months, almost 8 months. So it is nonstop craziness in our house. My husband actually travels quite a bit with work. Lately, because he's in a busy season, it's about 2 to 4 days a week airline travel. So that leaves me with 3 little ones and a full-time job and everything else going on. But really that hasn't prohibited me from doing anything. I think I'm just over like 2.5 months with Pruvit. And it's been way more than I anticipated. Like Tiffany was saying, it's just sharing. You know, it really hasn't been anything over the top, no major selling, no major like push to hit numbers or anything like that. People are just interested. They want something different. They've tried a lot of things and they haven't worked. And this is something new and different and challenging to start wrapping your brain around. Just the science of it, but people are interested, and that's what really has made a big difference to get things off the ground. And I guess for me, how I first noticed this was through Heather's Why Quit Beachbody video. That was the first thing that I saw. I'd heard about ketones, but I had never done any research on my own. And then as soon as I saw that video, you know, that was kind of my catalyst to start doing my own research and seeing what this product was. And, you know, like she said, I'm postpartum. I'm not even 8 months postpartum. And, you know, before I got pregnant with our 3rd child, I had gotten into the best shape that I had ever been in, but it was a real process. And he did quite a number on my body the 3rd time around. So, you know, anything that was going to give me a little bit of a push to get me over that plateau, I definitely thought I was going in the right direction by doing some research. You know, and the more I thought about it and the more I looked into it, everything was coming back positive. You know, there weren't really negative reviews out there. Someone had always seen some sort of benefit, whether it was weight loss, whether it was energy, whether they could sleep better, whatever it was, everyone had something positive that they pulled from it. Even if it wasn't their desired result, they had a positive reaction. But the one thing that never really left, so I joined with Heather as a customer, and I didn't even do the 10-day experience. I actually jumped in and I bought supply, mainly because at the time I need caffeine free. I am a nursing mom, so I don't want to add more caffeine than what Hudson already has. So I went ahead and did just a month's supply. I tried it. My husband was like, what is this? He started trying it. He's like, oh, wait, what is this? And so we are both now drinking it. But the one thing that really I couldn't shake was this opportunity. You know, there's a ground floor opportunity, and you really don't, it's hard to come by nowadays. It really is, because everything is saturated. You know, you look at other companies and there's so many people, and here that opportunity is like screaming, you know, for someone to take it, someone to make something out of this. And that never left my brain. And so, you know, after I tried it, I jumped right in, and I kind of said to myself, you know, there's going to be some sign, there's going to be something that says, okay, this is the right thing to do. Because I talked to my husband about it. I thought about it on my own, looked into everything, the compensation plan, all the whole workup of everything. And then Black Friday hit. And that's when I jumped in. I remember sending Heather an email and being like, okay, well, I just did that. So now what? And that for me was kind of, my sign. The universe saying, all right, here's your opportunity. Jump in, see what happens. And I can't say that I've been disappointed. The first hitting numbers, the first month in, getting those bonuses. I mean, recouping the costs of jumping in with the experience pack in 2.5, maybe 3 weeks at that time.
Oh, it was so fast.
It literally was so fast. I remember I didn't even have, because I had sent her a message. I was literally getting my hair done at Sarah Anderson's place because she owns a salon. And one of her ladies, or one of her stylists, came up and was like, hey, you're the one who sells ketones, right? What's your website? I didn't even have anything set up. Like, I hadn't hit go, and I'm sitting there with foil in my hair. And I'm like, okay, how do I get on my website to hit go so that she can order and I can get credit? Like, it was so fast. But it really has, in 2.5, I was adding it all up today. Just if this is something you want to do for a monetary side business, I added it up. I mean, mortgage has been paid. Credit card bills have been paid. We both have student loans. I went to a private college. I will be paying student loans until I'm like 90 years old, I'm pretty sure. But all that has been paid, and that has allowed like salaries. We now are starting to think our kids we've never gone to Disney. Now we have this other whole idea. It's just freeing things up. And, and that's a great thing about it. But, there are so many other facets of this that it's more than the money. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have it, but, just seeing how people communicate with you, people I haven't talked to in years immediately have come out of the woodwork. I haven't talked to, I was in a sorority in college, and one of my little sisters in my sorority sent me a text message the other day and was like, hey, what's this ketone business? And she had been diagnosed with MS 2 years ago. I had no idea. She's 2 years younger than I am. But that's one of the things her doctors have said is you need to drop weight. And she just can't do it. And, she started ketones and she is down 5 pounds in a week. So she's seeing results and she knows it's going to make a difference. And, stuff like that where I love teaching and I love working with my kids. And, it's especially after like days like yesterday and days that come up and you worry about everything. And that's kind of one of those big things for me is I want to be able to have a little bit more freedom. And this is going to hopefully allow for that to happen. I know it will. It's going to get there, and it's going there right now. I guess it's not stalled at any stretch of the imagination, but that's one of the biggest things is having those freedoms to be able to do what we want to as a family, what I want to as a person, and not be tied down to my teacher schedule. I can't go anywhere during the year unless it's spring break or winter break, maybe for Thanksgiving. But, having that freedom, that's definitely going to be probably the best bonus that comes.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
And in case you didn't get that, Trisha is going to
I know that's one of the biggest things. At some point, that is the goal, to get out of teaching and be able to be a mommy and be eligible. Like I said, my husband travels. There are so many places that he goes in his territory that, shoot, I would love to go. Long weekend, bring the kids, not bring the kids. That freedom is so enticing. And yeah, it will happen.
Yep.
It will happen.
Better.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Trisha.
Thank you.
All right. So let's head back to my PowerPoint because I'm a nerd and I like PowerPoints. All right. So team resources. So Jody Brown is going to talk about team resources because I know we're talking about like quitting our job and paying our mortgage and helping people and like it's all awesome. This is more like the nitty gritty of like this is how we do it.
All right. So, can y'all hear me?
Yes. And first, can I just say that Jody is pregnant with twin boys?
Oh, yes. And I have a 2-year-old toddler as well. So, anybody with older kids, kids on the way, no kids, working, not, whatever, I firmly believe that this is a business that can be done by anybody. So, as I stay awake, because Heather was joking with me at one point about, will you be awake? And I was like, I'll stay awake. But I just want to reiterate what's kind of already been said, but just how important duplication is and how easy this business is because of the team, because of the resources, because of the network, everything that is provided for you. So whether you've been in network marketing or not, whether this is your first business, your second, your third, whatever it is, there's just so much that makes it so easy. And so it helps you to launch and grow your business. So the company itself has a Facebook page. They give recipes. They have like a doctor's chat, which I think a lot of us post in our groups like every Wednesday anyway. But they have all sorts of information on there. I know there was a lot going on with the recent 60-hour reboot. So they help to support people through all of that because, again, the biggest mission is to make people better and to make people healthy. And they firmly believe in that and do everything that they possibly can. There's an app that provides information, updates, a lot of the similar stuff that's on the Facebook page, but it's just like an immediate resource for everybody. But some of my favorites are really what we have within our little team network that has really helped me, because I will say that since I've been in this, 3-4 months, obviously pregnant with twins, I cannot say my energy level has always been at the highest. So I'm trying to crank out what I can when I'm functioning. And excuse me, I've got a cold, but the information that's been provided has helped me to do that. And the sharing has helped me to do that. So our team has a chat, which has been super helpful. And we share all sorts of ideas and what's working and what's not, and, support each other that way. There is a team launch group page. And in that team page, there's information about how to get started. There's information how to pre-sale. There's information about transformations to post. There's information, training videos. If you want to try YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, there's something there to help everybody on that getting started route. My goodness, there's even pictures and the actual text if you just copy and paste it to share, because like everybody's been saying, it's not selling, it's sharing. And so there's stuff you can share in your groups, on your personal page, all across the board. Heather has a promoters only page on her website that you can use, and that provides information. Your promoter that you might be purchasing under, they probably have similar information or routes to get you to that. And honestly, it is new, and it is new for a lot of people. If we don't know the answer, then we just reach out to everybody and find the answer and help to support each other. I've never felt alone. I've never felt stranded. I've never felt like I wouldn't be able to get an answer that I needed. And I think that that's been something that has been huge and just has made this such a wonderful experience. And just like everybody's been saying, I couldn't be more thankful that I jumped in when I did. And with these two on the way, I'm just really thankful to have something that is benefiting others, benefiting health, that will help me get back on the bandwagon after they come, and still be able to make money and support my family as well, because I am one that stresses about money a lot. So it's nice to have a little bit of freedom in that area. So.
Yes. And Jody.
Yes.
Do you remember when you threw your teacher things in the trash?
Yes.
Talk about that for a second.
I did. So I was a teacher and an academic advisor at NC State, and I went through and just threw stuff away one day because I was I'm not going back to that. I love it, don't get me wrong. I would not trade those experiences for anything. But I was like, I'm not. And that was kind of the way that I was able to say, like, you're going to make this work. You're going to find what you need. You're going to be with a company that is supportive and innovative and is helping other people improve their lives. And onward we go.
That's right. So you got to stay home with this babies.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Jody. And thank you for staying up late for us.
So late, isn't it?
Okay, so we're gonna kick it into, let's see, who wants to talk about money? Anybody? Let's see. Raise your hand if you want to talk about money. That's what everybody usually wants to hear about.
I'll talk about money, Heather.
Okay. Go for it. I'm gonna set up the screen.
Okay. I'm an open book, and I tell anybody that, because I know how I am, and I want to know about the money, of course. So I always tell anybody that if you have a question, if you want to know how much I make, ask me. I started out, like I said, I've been here for 3 months, and in these 3 months, I made more than what I made with Unique in an entire year, and I've been with them for 3 years. If that tells you anything.
In an entire
okay.
year?
It's, yeah. I hate to say I made this much, but I'll break it down for y'all another way. My son has autism. His the specialty school, he's been on a wait list for 2 years there. He just got accepted. We're in the process of getting them there now. It's called the ABC of NC School. It is $2,800 a month for him to go that insurance does not pay 1 cent of. Okay. In my first month, I could have paid that plus a few thousand more. Does that tell y'all anything? Yeah. I could cry talking about that, because that was my goal starting out, even with Unique, was to be able to pay for his therapies, for all this stuff. That we couldn't go to the ABC school. We were going to have to ask for help. We were going to have to get help, assistance from family and everything else, because insurance doesn't help. I can now pay for him to go there, and I could have paid for him my first month with Pruvit. And I'm helping people, y'all, and I'm still losing weight. So that the money, I know people don't like to ask, or it's just uncomfortable to talk about, y'all. But there is the money potential is amazing. It's amazing. Like I said, if you ever, and I tell people this, and anybody that comes on and listens later, if you just want to straight up like, Tiffany, what do you make? How much do you make in a month? Message me, and I think everybody, be an open book, tell them, and I try to break it down, explain to them how you can, make that with the 10 and 5 day sample experiences and things like that. And from working with another company, I mean, gosh, y'all, the bonuses, the cash bonuses, y'all, the first few weeks, I made $750 in cash bonuses. And now they've got another one this week, from the last week, $500 cash bonus. I mean, what company does that? It's amazing. It's amazing. So that's it.
And I remember the first time you told me that about your son's school, and it gave me cold chills.
Yep. That's my why. And it's because, and I want to help that's why I try to reach out to so many other autists, special needs moms in general, because you want to be home. You need to be home for your children. And this is literally the company that can not only help you make the money you need, but you're home with your kids, and the products even help. Sam is well in the MCT oils and ketones, and it has helped tremendously. It's literally like a win, all the way around.
All the way down.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Tiffany.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is the car that I picked out. I still think it is insane that I earned a brand new car my second month in this business. But like Tiffany was saying, they pay out cash bonuses. There is an $800 a month brand new car bonus. You go pick out what you want. It doesn't have to be a Lexus. That's what I picked out. This car had 5 miles on it when I drove out of it. And the month before, my daughter and I had been hit by a drunk driver and our car had been totaled. So it was like perfect timing to put my family in something that was super safe, that I honestly wouldn't have been able to afford before this business opportunity came along. Let me see what else. Let me see if I can snap this. All right. And then I put, this is Kristen's brand new BMW. Pretty, pretty. So I'm going to pass the baton over to Kristen and let her explain how we earn.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. My internet absolutely sucks. My husband's watching the race. Okay, ladies. There. Welcome to my world.
Yep.
There's two different ways that you can earn with Pruvit, and that is by selling through your Pruvit website, which Tiffany was talking about, the bonuses, and then you get your commissions. But then there's also where you sell your 5 and 10 day packs, and that's where I make my bank. That is where I make my bank. Just like Tiffany, I'm an open book. I just turned in I was telling Heather the other day, I'm going to tell you the honest God's truth. I just turned in my taxes, turned in all my receipts for 2017. I started October 1st as a promoter under Heather. I made $10,000, ladies. 10,000 and selling 5 and 10 day packs.
In the worst possible. In the worst.
It happens. So I drove that pretty car off the lot a few days ago. But so, that's how I make my money, is through selling those 5 and 10 day packs, because I'm a salesperson. I'm a people person. I'm in your face. I love doing that. I'm all over Facebook. That is my role. That's my game, or my jam. But like I said, the other way that you can do it is by selling through your Pruvit website, where you get your bonuses. You sell your, Heather, what are you doing? You're like going all over the screen. I can't keep up. You want me to start right here? Is that where you want me to start? Okay. So anyways, let's just break it down really simple. Say, okay, after this call, you're like, look, I want to do it. I want to do it right now. Okay, this is what you need to do. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can sign up right now tonight, and you can go ahead and get a experience pack or a promoter pack, which has your samples for you to sell your experience packs. Or you can start pre-selling, which, we usually say give that about 2 weeks of pre-selling. And once you get enough money in your PayPal account, you can purchase your promoter pack. When you purchase your promoter pack, you are automatically, if you start with the middle one, the mid-grade one, you are automatically at rank 5 pay for 1 year, which is absolutely great. See this middle, wait a minute, go back, right there. Right there, girlfriend, right there. That one right there in the middle. If you get that one, you see where it says it starts with rank 5. So what you can do, that right there is what you can pre-sell those experience packs to get that amount. And then you can go ahead and sign up. It's only $37 a year, plus you buy your supplies to sell. So basically, I'm only 1 month I'm a rank 2, 1 month I'm a rank 4, but I make my bank through these experience packs. I'm totally different than Heather. I'm not driving around in the Lexus because of that, but I'm driving around in a BMW because I'm selling experience packs. So there's just so many different opportunities, so many different ways that you can sell. Like they said, one of the words that I haven't heard yet, but this is the blue ocean. You guys, we're in a big blue ocean right now. There's not a lot of people that's heard of Pruvit. There's not a lot of people that have heard of ketones. So right now we have a lot of land to cover. So this is just like they said, this is ground floor. So it's getting ready to explode. So jump on now. So anyways, right now what you see on your screen, when you decide to sign up as a promoter with your $37, you can pick from one of these 3 packs. And the one that I recommend, and a lot of other promoters recommend, is the middle one, because you start out with the rank 5, plus you get the orange, the swirl, and
the Maui. So, is there anything else that you want me to say?
Will you talk about the Go Challenge?
Okay. So basically what you see right here is when you sign up you pay your $37, you have 14 days to hit the go button on your back office. You'll get like your own website, your own back office, all this good stuff. Anyways, you got 14 days to hit that go button. And once you hit that go button, you have 14 more days to hit a bonus, which is your 250 bonus. And then I thought it was 30 days to hit the 500 bonus.
14, and then 14 days from that.
14 days from that. So yeah, okay. So you can get $750 in bonuses within 30 days once you hit your go button, if you hit certain milestones in your business. But one of the questions that I did read from one of my friends that is on the call, no, there is not a quota. These are just, incentives, I guess you could call them, for us to reach our goals. These are not quotas that you have to hit to be a promoter. Right. But like Tiffany had said, these are, good Lord, I got $750 in 2 weeks in bonuses. It's absolutely amazing. But once you pay the $37 and sign up as a promoter, you have 14 days to hit that go button. I hit the go button within 2 days. And the reason being is because a customer cannot purchase off your Pruvit website until you hit that green go button. So that explains that, I think. Is there anything else? I think I'm pretty good.
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah.
And then as you grow, you unlock additional bonuses. Every time you hit a new benchmark, you're going to unlock another bonus. It's a bonus compensation structure. But if you've ever been a part of another direct sales organization where it's like legs and this leg and that leg and that leg, the way this organization is set up is different, and it's set up better. All of the volume beneath you counts towards your bonuses. So it doesn't matter what leg it's on. It doesn't matter what side it's coming from. It's just all volume rolls up.
You're not calling your best friend at midnight saying, hey, you need to sign up so-and-so and put so-and-so on this list. It's not a game of chess is what it is. It's all underneath you. Everybody underneath you counts towards your bonus. And like she said, everything that you hit, there's another bonus, which is great because you also get to also go a little bit deeper into it. You get a monthly pay. We're paid monthly on the 15th. And then once you hit rank 2, you will get a daily pay, which they'll pay you out weekly for that as well, which is great. So there's so many different ways you get paid by this company, and I'm getting money coming like this way and that way, and I'm like, how am I getting all this money? But I like it.
Depend on anybody else.
You don't have to. You don't have to have a team either. You can do it all yourself. You can all be just you selling your experience packs, or just selling from your website, or both. And you don't have to be this huge sales rep person. Like Tiffany said, just go on Facebook. And that's what I tell my promoters, get you a 10-day and share your results and just see what happens. And that's what happens. They're like, what happened? I want that, because it's new.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yep. You nailed it. And you've got a nice, pretty car.
That's exciting. You do too.
Thank you. All right. So, Jen Lopez. Where is my Jennifer Lopez?
Here.
There you are. There's my
Hola.
Hola. So, Jen, just talk for a few minutes, and then I'm going to let you wrap up the call because I just love your energy. And
all right, y'all. Well, you ready? I am from New York. I've been with Pruvit for almost 2 months, and I just got my W-2s from the last MLM company that I was in, and it's disgusting. I was and have been a stay-at-home mom for quite some time, and I truly believe in the magic of working from home, especially with a really great opportunity like this one when you are into an MLM that hasn't been around for that much time because it's not saturated. The last multi-level marketing company I was with, I busted my behind. I was with them for about 3 years, and I just got my W-2s or my 1099s, like I had mentioned, and I only made $6,000 with that company. When I say busting my behind, I mean it. So obviously, I didn't make much of anything, and my first month with this company, I made over $2,000, and I wasn't even working. When I decided to jump on, I saw the opportunity. I didn't even try ketones. I didn't even know anything about, I knew that it helped with cancer patients, and I knew that there were certain benefits to it, but I didn't know anything about it. I saw all of Heather's progress, and I'm like, dude, just sign me up. I don't have this much money to put down. So what's this pre-sale stuff? So she broke it down for me. I pre-sold that middle packet in 2 days, and I hit my go button the very next day. And the rest has been history. I'm getting goosebumps actually talking about it. I decided, what happened?
I said, me too.
Yes. It's an absolute blessing. I have prayed about it immensely. I always tell everybody, pray before you leap. If God is before you, no one can be against you, and just drown out the white noise and do it. This is the opportunity. This is the call. This is your moment, and this is the time. If you do not jump on this now, I can't even tell you how fast we're going to go, and next month where we're going to be. You can come with us, or you can wait on the sidelines until it's too late. But I have 3 boys. I have my goddaughter with me most days also. I do have a part-time job now because with my other MLM, I couldn't, make ends meet. My husband and I are looking to purchase a house, and I'm comfortable now. I can say that I can do this. I can help my husband with the mortgage. I can get extra stuff. We can do this. And I've been a little crazy with money also because I was a single mom as well. And I have that single mom hustle. So money is always in the back of my head. So yeah, so this has been nothing but an immense blessing for me and everyone that I have been able to talk to. I have helped people. I'm actually helping a cancer patient right now. So there's no words. This is your time. If you were invited here, I strongly suggest when this call is finished, go to the person that invited you to this phone call. Thank them and say, sign me up, because this is your time. Enjoy this amazing opportunity, and I can't wait to meet you. Let's do it.
Yes. And on that note, we're going to do what Jen said. I'm closing this out. Reach out to the person who invited you to this call, and let's get you started. Wait, one last thing. Jen, what was your first full month that you made that? Yeah.
I started
December?
Christmas time.
Yeah, it was literally the worst month of the entire year for the health and wellness industry. And that's why, God, I mean, I get goosebumps all the time when I talk about this, because this is February. What people who've never been in the health and wellness industry don't know is that it's about to get insane. March, April, as soon as the weather starts to get warm, as soon as the pools are it's about to get crazy up in here. So if you got it on your heart, if you feel this is something that you want to be a part of, please do not wait. You have got to jump in both feet. So with that said, if you have any other questions, post them in the group. We will get to you. We will help you pre-sale. We will help you launch your business. We are an amazing team full of women, as you can tell. And that's really all I have. I'm just so excited about the people that are going to join our team after this call. So thanks for joining. Night, guys.
Good night.
Bye.